So I wanted to talk a little bit about my drum setup with these quiet cymbals and quiet drum heads. And I'm using the Zildjian low volume L80, and they're 80% quieter. So I guess that's 20% the volume of a normal cymbal. And then I'm also using these Black Hole. They're RTOM Black Hole drum heads. And I wanted to show you the head real quick because it literally just sits on top of your existing heads. So this is what they look like. I've got a 12, a 13, I think. No, I have a 10, 12, 14. That's what I have. 10 inch, 12 inch, 14 inch. I also have one on my snare drum. I bought one for the bass drum, but I'm not using it because with the bass drum, I just have enough muffling in the bass drum. I just loaded it up with a blanket or a pillow or something that's in there that I don't really feel like I need to put any more dampening on there. So anyway, I want to play just a little bit with this setup. Again, it's a practice setup. You might be able to use it with mics in a church setting or something to keep the volume down, but I just use it to keep the volume down when I practice. So here we go. I should turn the snares on the snare drum. And I'm playing pretty strong on the sticks here. I mean, I could actually talk to somebody and they could hear me talking as I play. Kind of like this, I'll do that. So you can just, kind of have a conversation, which just shows how much, I could never do this if this was a regular drum setup. So the cymbals, again, are these L80s. They're Zildjian. They just have like hundreds and hundreds of little holes drilled all in them. So I think that just greatly lowers the amount of metal that is in the cymbal, but they still have the same thickness and pretty much the same feel as a regular cymbal. So that's great. And again, these RTOM Black Holes, this is the one off my snare drum. It comes with a special tool to tighten it up so that you can get the right amount of bounce off of it. They don't feel 100% like a real drum head, but they feel pretty good, pretty close to a regular drum head. I have my snare drum RTOM Black Hole tuned up tighter, a good bit tighter, just so it feels more like a snare drum. And then the toms, like this is my 12-inch tom, it's a little looser. But one thing that I really like about these Black Hole heads, they just sit right on top of the regular head, and you still hear the same drum sound. So that's with them on. I'm going to take them off real quick just to show you the difference in volume, but you'll still hear the same pitches. So much louder, and then put these right back on. They just fit right over your rims. And they make a pretty snug fit, so they don't move around much. The 4-tom one is the one that is hardest for me to get on there just right. But once I get it on there seated right, then yeah, it feels pretty solid. And the snare drum one. And again, I can take the snare drum off and you can hear. loud that is. And then you put the RTOM back on. Much quieter. So I've really loved it. I feel like I can just kind of go to town and practice and still feel and hear the drums like they would be just at a much lower volume. So I've really enjoyed these, and so maybe give them a try.